2w minus 4 minus. You must be very careful about the negative sign. Whenever you see these, you must think about the brackets. It helps a lot because the negative, it can make you not to reach the correct answer. So now, whenever you see a negative, put a brackets, and then from there we substitute T1, which T1 in this case is given as W minus 3 equal to. We do the same thing on the other side. Where we have T3, what do we substitute? We substitute 23 minus W. And where we have T2, we substitute 2W minus 4. I believe you are all fine with what we have up to now. That equation we have there is very important. And I believe you all see how we managed to get this equation, because that's how we're going to get our W. Now we simplify. The very first thing which you can do is to deal with the negative, the one which is problematic. The negative multiplies through with everything we have inside the bracket. Same here, the negative multiplies through with everything we have inside the bracket. And we will obtain 2W minus 4, and then negative multiplies with W is going to be negative W. Negative multiplies with negative 3, it becomes positive 3, which would be equal to 23 minus W, and then same here, negative multiplies through with everything inside the bracket, we'll then obtain negative 2W, and then this and that gives you a positive 4. That is what we have up to this step, and then from there you can group the like terms and add them together. On the left hand side, like terms is 2W and negative W, which when you add them together, they're going to give you W. And negative 4 plus 3 gives you an answer of negative 1. On the other side, we have negative W minus 2W, which gives you negative 3W. And then we have 23 and 4, which when you add them together, they're going to give you 27. You group the like terms now. The negative 3W, you take it to the left hand side, and the negative 1, you take it to the other side. It's what is called grouping the terms. And when you do that, you will obtain W plus 3W, which will be equal to 27 plus 1. This, when you add them together, they're going to give you 4W, and on the other side, you're going to get what? 28. From there, in order for you to make W the simple formula, you divide both sides by 4, so that 4 and 4 cancels each other. You're now left with W, which will be equal to what? What is 28 divided by 4? What answer do you get? It gives you an answer of what? Of 7.
7.
Yes, definitely. That is the correct answer that you're supposed to get. Now, what was the trick on this question? Was for you to remember this. You had to remember the formula for common difference. That's the only way which you can be able to answer question number 1. Let's quickly go to question number 2, which is about finding the common difference. This is the common difference. We know we get the common difference by subtracting term 2 with term 1 or term 3 with term 2. Let's do that and see what we obtain. Let's subtract term 2 with term 1, which already we know term 1. What is term 1 after substituting the value of W, which is equal to 7? Let's substitute 7 here. We are going to have 7 minus 3, which gives you an answer of what? Of 4, right? And then on the other one, we substitute 7, because already we know the value of W. W is 7. We substitute 7 here, it's going to be 2 multiplied by 7, which gives you 14 minus 4, which gives you an answer of 10. And then on the other one is 23 minus 7. What is 23 minus 7 in this case? You are going to get what? 16.
16.
Yes. So then from there, let's substitute and see what we get. Where we have T2, we substitute a 10. And where we have T1, we substitute a 4. The answer we're going to get is going to be what? It's going to be 6. Therefore, that is your D. It's how you're supposed to have answered question number 2. And I believe because you have your scripts, you can be able to see where you were able to get it right. I will also give you the mark scripts by the end of today so that you see the mistakes you have made. But I'm very happy about the performance on the test. Okay, now let's quickly go to the next question, unless maybe if you have questions, we can attend to the questions first. Are you all happy with what we have done up to so far? Okay, I think you are all happy. But if you are not, don't hesitate to let me know. Let's quickly go to the next question, which is question number 3. So question number 3 is about a quadratic sequence. I believe by now you know that there's a relationship between quadratic sequence and arithmetic sequence. Let me just remind you of that relationship we have by a simple equation we have here. So now, when you take the difference there, you are going to get, and this is quadratic, man. It's quadratic. When you take the difference, you're going to get a 3 here, and you're going to get a 5 here, and then you're going to get a 7 there. This is called first difference. Remember, we are talking about the quadratic. So from the quadratic, we get what is called the first difference. That first difference you get, take note of this, it's very important, that the first difference you get is always what is called the arithmetic sequence. If you don't get arithmetic sequence, you must know that there's something wrong. First difference must be arithmetic sequence, of which if it is arithmetic sequence, when you take the second difference, you must get the same what? The same term. Eh? So let's subtract and see if we get the same term. Difference between 3 and 5, it gives you an answer of 2, and here you also get a 2. This is the same thing. That gives you what is called the second term, or the second difference. Let me say second difference. So second difference, it must be the same number. If it is not the same number, what you have is wrong. But now, why am I emphasizing this? Because this test takes us to the question we have as question number 3. The relationship between the arithmetic sequence and quadratic sequence. There is a relationship which is developed between these two sequences. Because if you are given the arithmetic sequence, you can be able to generate the quadratic sequence. Let's test that and see if it's true what I'm saying. Now, let's add these 3 from the arithmetic sequence with the first term on the quadratic sequence. 1 plus 3, do you see you get a 4? 4 plus 5, do you see you get a 9? 9 plus 7, do you see you get a 16, which is quadratic sequence. So there's a relationship between arithmetic sequence and what? And geometric sequence. I believe I've clarified that. Now let's go straight to the question so that you can see what I'm talking about when we do the questions. It's question number 3, the one we are doing just now. Okay, from this question, we are given arithmetic sequence. From this arithmetic sequence, we are told that the first term is 4 and the second term is 10, the third term is 16. And we are also told that the sequence or first difference of quadratic sequence with the first term of quadratic sequence is 3. This is the information we have. The question requires us to find T50, 50th term. This what we are required to find from the sequence. We are required to find 50th term. So there's a relationship between arithmetic sequence and quadratic sequence, which I believe by now you know because I've explained that relationship there. From the arithmetic sequence and first term of quadratic sequence, let's develop other terms, even though we are not asked in this question. Let's just develop the whole sequence of quadratic sequence and see what we have. How do you develop that relationship? You add the first term with the first term of quadratic with the first term of arithmetic, which is going to give you what? A 7. The same way we have done here. Okay? So in this case, we have the first term of quadratic, and then the second term is going to be given by 4 plus 7, 4 plus 3, which gives you a 7. It's what we have done here. You are given the first term and the arithmetic sequence. In order for you to find the next term, you say first term of quadratic plus first term of arithmetic. Gives you what? The second term of quadratic sequence. So we have done the same here. So it's going to be 4 plus 3, which gives you a 7. Are we all together with regard to what I've done just now? Okay, then how are we going to get the next term? You say this term we have here, second term of quadratic plus second term of arithmetic. They're going to give you what? Term number 3. How do you get term number 4? We say 17, which is third term of quadratic plus third term of arithmetic. And what you get when you add them together, I think they're going to give you 83. Now, you generated, by doing so, you have generated a sequence of quadratic, which is the sequence we want to solve. Remember, our question is for getting the what? Term number 50. Let's now get term number 50. Term number 50, you can get the very first thing which you must remember is the formula for quadratic, which is given by this. So Tn is equal to an squared plus bn plus c. That is the formula. A is not the first term. Take note of that because it's very important. A, B, C are constants. So now, from there, what are we supposed to do? The first thing is for getting the A. This A. How can we get the A? The A you can get by using this formula. 2A is equal to second difference. This is the formula you're supposed to use. 2A is equal to the second difference of the sequence. How do you get the second difference? You get the second difference by taking the difference here. It's 10 minus 4, which gives you a 6. And 16 minus 10, which gives you a 6. It must be the same for sure. Which the second difference in this case is going to be equal to what? It's going to be equal to 6. You divide both sides by 2 so that that cancels. Therefore, A is going to be equal to what? It's going to be equal to 2. You now have the value for A. Let's go for the value of B. How do you get the value for B? The value for B you obtain by using this formula of 3A plus B must be equal to first term of first difference. First term of first difference. Can any one of you tell me the first term of first difference in this case? What is the first term of first difference? What is the first term of first difference? This is the first difference, né? The first term of first difference is what? Is 4. Therefore, you need to substitute a 4 there. Let's substitute and see what you get. So it's going to be 3A plus B, which is equal to 4. But we already obtained the value for A, which is 3. Therefore, it's going to be 3 into 3 plus B, which is equal to 4. And this is 9 plus B, which is equal to 4. Therefore, B will be equal to 4 minus 9, which gives you an answer of -5. After having that, then you can go to the last one, which you're going to get by saying A plus B plus C is equal to first term. First term of first difference. of quadratic. So this is the first term of quadratic sequence, which the first term of quadratic sequence we are given. We are told first term of quadratic sequence is equal to what? It's equal to 3. Let's substitute 3 and see what we get. A plus B plus C must be equal to 3. But A we obtain it to be 3 and B we obtain it to be -5 plus C, which is equal to 3. When we subtract these two terms, we're going to get -2 plus C, which is equal to 3, which means C will be equal to 3 plus 2. And the answer for that will be what? Will be 5. C is equal to 5. Once you obtain that, you are only left to substitute the information you have in the formula. Let's substitute that information into the formula, which the formula is this. By substituting into the formula, we are going to get Tn, which is equal to A, we obtain to be 3. So it's going to be 3n squared. B, we obtain to be -5. It's going to be -5n. C, we obtain to be 5. So this is the information we have. But remember what you are looking for. We're looking for T50, which means where we have n, we substitute 50. So it's going to be 3 into 50 squared minus 5 into 50 plus 5. You just put this into your calculator, you'll get the answer. Can any one of you tell me the answer you're going to get when you put this into your calculator? 3 into 50 squared minus 5 into 50 plus 5. What do you get when you put that into your calculator?
7.
You get what?
7.
11.
7.
7. Three into 50 squared minus 5 into 50 plus 5. It gives you an answer of, it must be a long answer. What is the answer? You can comment it there on the chat. You can
7,255.
7,250. 7,255. You can all verify if we have the correct thing there, but this is your T50. We have answered question number 3, unless if you have any other question with regard to this question. I will explain again if maybe you did not understand any. But the fundamental thing which I've done here is to apply the formula I gave you last week. I gave you 2 formulas for solving quadratic formula. So I used the second one, which is the simplest. You use this 2a must be equal to second difference. And then the other formula I use is 3a plus b is equal to first term of the first difference. And then the last formula I use is the first term of quadratic sequence. Those are the 3 formulas I've applied in order for us to get the answer of this question. Okay, if you feel like you want to engage me further on this question, don't hesitate to let me know on WhatsApp, and I'm gonna assist you, because the main thing or the main goal is to make sure that you get this right. Remember, these questions, I'm taking them from the previous question paper. So you're gonna get exactly the same questions when you write the exam. So make sure these questions are in your pocket. You must not make any mistake of getting these questions wrong. So these are the questions where you can grasp a lot of marks. In any case, let's go back. I did not hear what you said. Can you please repeat?
T50.
Okay, here where we have T50. T50 is here. Let me take you through the value of A. We find A is equal to 3, and we find B equal to -5, and we get C, which is equal to 5. These 3 values, which we call them constants, substitute them back into the formula for quadratic. This is the formula for quadratic sequence. Where we have A, we substitute a 3. This is what we have done. Where we have B, we substitute -5. Where we have C, we substitute what? We substitute 5. After having that, we can then find our T50. So because that's what the question requires us to do. Where we have N, we substitute 50. So that's what we have done. Here we have N, we substitute 50. Here we have N, we substitute 50. Here we have N, we substitute 50. And then we will obtain this expression by doing so. Where we have N, we replace by 50. And from there, you can then put this into your calculator. You will obtain the value that you are looking for. Okay. We are done with question number 3. Let's quickly go to question number 4. Some of you are having problem with network, but you're gonna get a recording. But if you feel like wanting to engage me further on these questions, I'm available to assist you on WhatsApp. Because the main thing is to keep the conversation going. I'm a mathematician by profession, so whatever you will be asking me, I will be able to respond to you at any time I'm free. Whenever I see your message, I'm going to respond to you. So on your side, just keep on practicing all these things. When you're stuck, let me know, I'll be assisting you. Don't wait for these lessons because you might have a network problem. Let's quickly go to question number 4. But this meeting is going to log out in 2 minutes time. So I'll need you to rejoin the meeting using the same link immediately when this meeting log off. So let me use this time to write that question number 4 on the board. And then I'll be answering the question on the new meeting that we are going to log into.